Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
What about all the other genders? And
Fuck them. Yep, that's what I'm
cancelled
like.
before we've even started.
I don't know them all.
Nah, true. Yeah, I don't either.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Huh?
I'm just trying to think what I'm supposed to say now.
Folks.
Folks.
Fuckers.
What up, you fucking...
What up, bitches?
We're back for another episode. I had an interesting thing last night. So I had a gig just down the road and I was walking down one of the guys who runs the show. I won't say his name because it'll implicate him in a crime.
Wait, hold on. What day was yesterday? Wednesday. So that's Port City. So Chris, go on.
Yeah. So I'll have to edit that out. So I'm walking down and I see Felix, who runs the show with
keep
Chris,
implicating. Yeah.
And then Christine, she's walking up as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, get closer to him. And I hear Chris go like, oh, it's okay. Tait knows how to fight. And I was like, what conversation are they having? Get closer. And I was like, what's going on? And he's like, man, the car's been driving down the strip and they've been throwing water bombs at people.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't remember when it was, but the last time I was at Port City, I was just sat outside talking and a water bomb bounced off my leg.
Yeah.
Did minimal, they were crap water bombs.
Yeah.
Because it did hit me, but it bounced off and then just hit the other thing. But so fucking idiots. But yeah.
So
dickheads.
So one hit Chris, the giant South African man that he is, and then they sped off.
Yeah.
And someone was like, yeah, they're fucking throwing water bombs at everyone. They keep coming up and down. Then they came back. Chris walked over to the car and booted the back panel in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Massive dent in it. And then they fucking were like, what the fuck? Like probably just thought he like banged the car to be like, get out of here, you bastards. And he was like a big dent in it. And then fast forward to me meeting those guys. So I didn't see that part. So that happened before I was there.
Why did you meet them?
Well, they were walking up the road, and that's when they were like, Tait knows how to fight.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the guys in the car.
Yeah. No, never. Well, so then they come driving back.
After
like,
Chris has booted the car in.
Yeah, like probably like 5 minutes later. It's like Chris is like, oh, that's those guys. And they're driving past. And they were young kids. And they yelled out like, fucking cocksucker. And I was like, Chris doesn't do that anymore. But then, and then we're walking back, and I'm thinking to myself, we're just walking back. Those guys are going to drive past us again with water balloons. And then sure enough, I just get pelted in the back with a water balloon. I was lucky I had my like puffer jacket on because I'm cool. And the water
my North Face puffer.
No, a cheap Aussie Disposals one. And it just smashed on my back, but because it's like that material just dripped off. Yeah. My leg got a little bit wet, but that's fine. I'm pretty strong. But yeah, it was like, I was like, what do we fucking expect? I said to him, like, so I'm going to be involved in a drive-by now. And like 30 seconds later, it was like, thunk in my back. I was like, God. I was like, oh yeah, it was a water balloon. And then my leg's all wet.
At least it wasn't a gun.
I was thinking like, that's the dumbest thing that we did was just be like, well, ha, he, just walk along. And then like one of them just stops and stabs me, gets back in his car. It's just like, we really underplayed that. Yeah, so
this is Australia though.
Yeah, well, it's not London, I guess.
Yeah, it's not America.
Because you're gonna get fucking shot.
They don't start with water balloons over there.
Yeah, grenades. To our American listeners, hello. But yeah, that was an interesting one before the gig, and Chris had to MC, so he was quite like rattled,
bit shaken.
Yeah.
That's funny, Chris Pacillo. That is.
I'm sure by the time this gets out, we've got so many in the bank that it's fucking well and truly. He's probably gone through the courts and stuff.
Probably. I also don't think like why would he get in any trouble?
I don't know
because it'll be captured on camera anyway. Probably like in this if they wanted to take it anywhere. But why would they? Because they're in the wrong. So they're not gonna report some guy for kicking the car. Yeah, because they were assaulting people.
It's a perfect thing because back in the day, like this is an odd story. My older brother's like 4-ish years older than me. He used to have a backpack in the very corner of his room. And I was like, that's weird. Why does it have a lock on it? When I was like 8. And I like scaled up there because I was a child up the very top of his corner because he could reach it and I'd just like climb up it.
Yeah.
And then it was just nudie magazines. So I would always look at it. And being a kid, I'd be like, I just got to put it back up there. That's fine.
Yeah.
But obviously, I wouldn't put it in
exactly
that way.
Yeah.
And it's not like my brother could walk out and be like, "Who's been looking at my fucking porn?"
yeah.
So it was great. Like, it's
I was wondering where you were going with that. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So I couldn't. You get away with it every time, unless I had it like on the ground. But yeah, it was one of those ones like last night. You do something wrong and then dob in someone else. Like, you just admitted to doing something illegal yourself.
Yeah, you were being antisocial and then you got your comeuppance. I thought you were going to tell me that he just went over to the car and just punched the driver in the face.
I probably wouldn't have said that if he did, because we literally would have been like, ugh. I'm like, looks
Chris
like,
is a tall guy too.
He's massive.
He's like 6'4" or something. He's a fucking huge cunt.
Yeah, so, and he's got a big beard at the moment.
And you're a kickboxer, so like between the two of you, there's really no good outcome for this car full of youths.
I would have just stood there and got beaten up like when I did kickboxing. Come on, hit me.
Like you hit me.
Homer Simpson. But yeah, that was very strange for the start of the gig.
Yeah. It's not what you want, but
yeah, it's not the best start to a fucking thing, to be fair, but like,
glad I missed it.
Yeah, it was strange. Anything been going on in your world? Any interesting things, factoids?
What's been happening?
I got something you might be interested in.
I did actually. I got approached by a company to do a writing gig, which I really hope comes to fruition because it's
the Bible too.
Sorry, the Bible too. Yeah, I'm going to rewrite the Bible. This is the
Bible
Quran.
Remastered.
No, this is for the guys who made like Cyberpunk. Which is a game that I do really like.
Yeah.
They also make like The Witcher and a couple of other things, but I'm not really a Witcher guy. But I would become a Witcher guy for this job.
I think The Witcher, is this video game?
Yeah.
I think The Witcher won, and there's going to be a lot of nerds yelling shit at me. I think that won like 600 awards or something.
Yeah, probably. I think that the series as a whole is regarded like really highly. I just never got. You know, it is. There's so many fucking games, and like Cyberpunk, I think I put about 50 or 60 hours into. Which isn't a lot for a game that size either, but it's so much fun. But it's like I got other stuff I got to do. But I think I was talking to you about this. Like I wrote on a video game. What was it like last year? I think.
Yeah.
It would have been. Oh, it was most of last year actually. And initially I was just like, well, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't like it. It's crap. And then about 3 weeks later on the phone to you, like, I actually fucking really like this job. This is a really cool job.
I just got paid.
They did pay very well for what I was doing. But like this, I was quite excited by this one. So I applied for that yesterday. So fingers crossed. Probably won't get it.
Just on topic, off topic, sort of. When those jobs pop up, where are you seeing them?
Well, sometimes you'll see them on either career websites, whatever that I'm like registered on for specifically for like writing jobs. But this one was sent to me by 2 different people that thought I would be a good fit for it because they were specifically looking for people who have done in-game like narrative writing and customer-facing stuff for like promotions and things. So I don't think it's for Cyberpunk or The Witcher because those games are, they're done. Even though they do expansions and stuff, and they're constantly doing like new stuff for it. I feel like it will be for a new project, which is exciting if that's the type of shit that they're used to making. So
fuck, it takes so long to make games. Like fucking like. What do you? But surely you don't work. It must be like a certain stage of the game where they're up to, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest. Like I came on with Guild of Guardians in like the game was already made and developed pretty much. It was just in I think about a month or 2 before launch. So a lot of my work was around the launch of the game, and then once the game was launched, it was writing new stuff for the actual game based on the custom players basically and what their feedback was, which I always think is amazing because when you and I were kids playing like fucking Tekken and Mario and shit like that, the game came out and if the game sucked, it sucked.
Yeah.
Whereas now if the game sucks, a community goes, fucking this game sucks, fix it. And then they fix it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Then they I was going to say they don't do that with anything else, but do you remember like the first iteration of the Sonic movie?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, what the fuck is happening with his teeth? You've given him like people teeth. This is insane. And when you look back at it too, you're like, oh yeah, that is
creepy,
horrendous. And then they changed it and it was this fucking sensational blockbuster of a fucking movie.
My mate told me that the insider sort of stuff for that.
Oh shit, yeah, because
not for that, like, sorry, but So I didn't know this. They make trailers first. Did you know that?
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I know that because you've told me about this.
So
but when you put it that way, it does make a lot of sense to put something out there and kind of like garner the interest and the hype first, and also the feedback, because you put something out on YouTube, for example, and you see 3,000 people saying like, why the fuck is
she's got a boyfriend? It's a callback to the last episode.
The first green shirt episode. This is the second one. But like say with like the new Superman movie. Like I watched that trailer and I went straight to the comments to see if people were talking about his appearance, because his appearance is super cartoony. And I was like, I wonder if that will be a thing that people are really happy about, or if it's going to be a thing that people are going to be like, oh, this isn't how fucking James Gunn did it. And or was it James Gunn? Or this isn't like the darker sort of thing that we wanted, that we got with old Henry.
But he specifically made it for that cartoony style.
But
there was a thing, I believe, in the trailer for that. For Superman that they took out of the movie.
Right,
which was, I believe, there's a scene when they sort of turn on Superman, as they always do, and someone picks up a can or a bottle and throws it and hits him in the back of the head, and he's like, ah! It's like, he wouldn't react like that. He's Superman. Like, he doesn't, like, actually, he doesn't, I think, make a sound. He just goes like, he moves his head. So it's like, that should be like a gnat flying on him. It shouldn't even register. So they were like, why is Superman? And they were like, oh, yep.
Ooh, our bad.
That
is, so here's the thing, right? Whenever I see stuff like that, and like I took my son to see the Minecraft movie because he plays Minecraft. Well, he used to play it a lot. He doesn't really play it at all anymore, but he used to play it a lot, and he knows how that world works. And if there's any inconsistencies, like he notices them straight away. And he did. I can't remember what they were, but he picked out a couple of things that he said were, nothing like the game. And he also picked out a bunch of things that was like exactly like the game. No. So you could see like his appreciation for them. So the people that make those things, I'm like, you should have more of an awareness of what is true to the game than my fucking 9-year-old.
Well, so my brother, who you met, Stuart, he always said to me, he's like, one of my like perfect jobs I could possibly do would be to be a like army or military sort of like
consultant
in on a field, to be like, hey, just to let you know, that uniform's fucking wrong. Or
they don't talk to each other like this. They don't hold their weapons like that. There's a lot of movies like Heat.
Oh yeah.
Apparently Val Kilmer, the way he handles the weapons in Heat, people are like, that's fucking expert. That's exactly how, and I don't, this is the thing. Your brother, he would watch that and go like, oh yeah, that's exactly how you reload that. And that kind of stuff. Whereas I watch it and go like, gun, cool. Bang.
So that's the thing though, that my point was going to be, so we actually saw, I think it was a thumbnail for one of the Alien like movies. They were like, I think it was sort of fan made, sort of. And Blake Richardson was in it.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, that's fucking Blake. So we started watching it.
That's the war one, right? It's just like a short movie, I think, like half an hour.
It's like still got like 6 or 10 million views or something.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, just being like, oh, this is interesting. My brother's like, I don't have those guns. And I was like, and he's completely taken out of it. And I went, yeah, true. I don't think they had aliens in it either. It's like, come on.
But that's the thing. Like when you're watching anything really, that especially if it's based in, I guess, in science fiction or something, there's a thing that you will suspend your sort of your belief for. But then the other things that are really grounded in reality, like you haven't established these new rules or whatever, so things still have to work the way that we know that they work. And you also can't just have, I guess for your brother, for Stuart, it would be like the military, everything else is right, but they don't carry those rifles, or like I get it with what was the thing I was watching and I didn't notice any of it, and then I saw this, like, again, this fan base thing. I think it might have been like Vikings or something like that, and then people were pointing out these anachronisms. these things that don't belong in that time period, basically. But
I'm never gonna get that. But the cunt's got a fucking iPhone, I'm done. Like, like he pulls out a gun.
Exactly. Yeah, like we get those ones, but they were talking about like the stitching in the clothing, or the thing that the stuff shit was made from. Yeah, that stuff is like, I get that the level of consultancy to pick up on that stuff, that's got to be expert level.
I'm sure they talk about all of that stuff, that they, the stitching and this and that, and they go like, listen, we're going to ruffle like 2% of feathers. 98% of people are happy.
I'm not going to notice.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like it is those sort of things. But like, you always want to do everything sort of right and, appease to everyone, but you really, you just can't, I guess.
Well, there's a TV series called Foyle's War, which is it was based in like World War One.
Yeah,
it was set in World War One, and apparently the production on that was so intensely, like they wanted zero on-screen anachronisms. They wanted even to the point where I'm told that filing cabinets in like the police station that weren't even going to be opened had correct documentation in them from that period.
Oh,
stuff like that, like just an insane creating this world that was like just unshakable.
Yeah, that's
which I think is really cool.
Some things you cannot do though now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, and a little one is, and I watched a show not too long ago, and I also heard a director talk about this. And I can't remember what the show is, but it's an old school London fucking thing.
Yeah.
Maybe watch one episode because I couldn't physically watch more of it because their teeth were so fucked. It was jarring. Genuinely seeing someone with fucked teeth that are like, look like they're rotten and going to fall out, and it wasn't a part of the story, was so fucking like, ugh.
But I'm the opposite with stuff like, you'll watch some period pieces and they have perfect teeth. And whilst that's
big fake veneers.
And that's what, while that is attractive to see and it's not, seeing it, you're like, no. Or like, you'll have some like homeless person in like the early 1900s or whatever. Yeah. And they've got like perfect teeth. And you're like, no, that wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a nice level. It can't be absolutely fucked and it can't be like perfect.
It's gross to look at. But like Cameron Diaz and Leonardo DiCaprio in Gangs in New York, I think they had some like makeup and prosthetics on because they wouldn't have been perfect.
Yeah. This is an odd thing to think about. I actually had this like brief chat with Xavier not too long ago. I can't remember what I was watching, and I was like, these people just in this movie just started fucking, and it was one of those older fucking movies. And I was like, how often do they bathe?
Oh, yeah.
Like it would have been disgusting.
Yeah.
Like it was just a quickie and a thing. It's like, mate,
that would be rancid.
And they're kissing and shit. It's like, was toothpaste even invented then? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that you think about. Like, ugh. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be thinking about it, but like it happened in the film, and I was like, oh, there's no running water.
Yeah.
In this, like, might have been Taboo with like Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
It's a great fucking series.
Yeah, all of those kind of like period ones where you're like, oh, these guys have like a bath once every 4 weeks.
Yeah, and periods exist.
Yeah, exactly like
that. You know what I mean? There's a period piece for a reason. Like, yeah, that's fucked.
How did we get onto this?
I don't know. But I was going to say something.
Oh, the job thing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Well, I hope you hear back soon.
Yeah.
I remember, I think you were talking about stealing.
Loves theft.
When Oscar was young.
Yeah.
And you were like, a few times.
I was encouraging it.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to do it now because you're not going to get in trouble for it now. You do it later on, you're fucked.
But a few times you said that you just chuck stuff in the bottom of the stroller so you couldn't, you had your fucking hands full. And
and then you'd walk out and be like, nah, fuck. And then you got to decide, can I be asked going back in?
So, yeah.
And if it's Woolworths, the answer is no. Sorry.
Billions of dollars. Fucking.
Yeah, fuck them.
So I was chatting to my old, literally all of a week ago, ex-housemate now. And he was talking about like, I accidentally stole this and this. He's like, and we were just talking about stealing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't remember the last time I stole something like, specifically But then
It's probably a good thing.
But I remember the first time I stole something.
Oh, go on.
This is an insane story. This is going to be like, when we go back through the archives of this thing, like, Tate's a fucking
Psycho.
piece of shit.
Like that last fucking story about the fake baby.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this one's, I think.
Is this worse?
I think.
Fuck off. Here we go. Strap in.
Let's go. Fans decide.
Let's go.
So I'm like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Right? We used to have this thing, obviously in Australia, with the Commonwealth Bank, and it was called Dolomites. And the whole idea was an incentive for you to bring a little wallet to school, and you'd fill it out, paperwork, and you'd bring your pocket money in, and it would go into the bank. And that's how banks got new customers.
Yeah.
Because they would start with
conditioning
children. Very fucking
early.
smart.
Yeah.
One day, I brought mine in, and the teacher was like, I had to run back from class. Something happened. We're talking very long ago, like nearly 30 years.
What did you say? You're
something.
6, 7 years old?
Yeah. Young, like maybe prep or grade 1.
Yeah.
So I had that, and I remember I didn't put it in, and the teacher was like, just go back inside and do it. And they were literally just on the table, and I put it on, and I was just like, wonder if I just. And there was like, because we were kids, it was always like 20 cents. And it was literally nothing that we're putting in. But there was one kid, and his parents owned a Retrovision.
Yeah.
Like the electrical store. And they were really well off. And I was just like, I think I stole like maybe $2, but it was like in 10-cent pieces. So it was just like so much. And when
weighing you down.
And like, I had it in my pocket, and I was walking. Yeah, and my brother was he's like, where'd you get that money? And Stuart. And I was like, nowhere. And he's like, where'd you get that money? And I was like, I took it out of the thing. He's like, give me some. And we were fighting over it. And then a teacher was doing like, when like you're waiting for the bus, there's like a teacher that has to be like in charge of the kids so they don't go on the road.
Yeah.
He came over, and he was my teacher.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you doing? And my brother panicked and was like, Tait stole money. And I was like, fuck. Obviously, a little kid, and panicked myself. He's like, where'd you get that from? And I was like, from the desk. Like from the Dolomites thing. And he's like, you can't do that. Mum got, called up to nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Right?
This is my point. What can happen at that age?
Yeah. I will mention this. The kid that I stole from
was a cunt.
Had one leg.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a prosthetic leg. His name was Xavier. Retrovision? I don't know.
Did you make both of those names up? Because Xavier wasn't his name, was it?
No, his name was definitely Xavier.
Okay.
He was like a really good sportsman for one-legged. Hop, skip, jump. And I remember, it was definitely from him. I still remember it because it was like a lot of money. And every week I saw him put a lot of money in there. But this is the kicker. That teacher told my mum that I took the money out of his desk, that it was his money, and told my mum that more money had gone missing. And I remember he like swindled my mum for like $20.
No.
Yeah. And same thing as before, admitting to a crime. It's the move and the pawn. Like I was like, but I didn't.
Your teacher conned your mum out of money.
Smart.
Because you. How is this a story that's going to make you look like a psycho?
I don't know. Well, I mean, stealing from a disabled kid's not great, but I was 6.
It's not bad though. Like, to be honest, 6 years old. I've told you about the disabled kid that was at my school, I think. Have I?
The one that you murdered? No, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get it's not. No one cares if you murder a kid at that age. No, we had a kid at our school that they basically introduced to us in, I think, year 7 or 8 or something. So he's like 13 years old, 12 years old, something like that.
They bring a cage in?
This
is one of them.
They may as well have, right? Because they had a special assembly to warn us about him.
Special assembly.
Yeah, because of his appearance. He was like Benjamin Button style.
You've seen the Elephant Man.
It wasn't.
Here's Jeff.
Honestly, it was not. His name was Zabby. It wasn't far off though, because he was like he was sort of aging very rapidly, and he looked like an old man. So we all thought he was.
You went to school with Benjamin Button?
Essentially, yeah. yeah. And they said that his, I'll never forget this because this is one of the worst and yet funniest things to me still. So during this assembly, I'm sat there with my friend Stephen, and they're talking about Zabi, and they say that he has a life expectancy of, I think it was 18. And then my friend Stephen just nudged me and goes, yeah, because at 18, they're going to let a tiger out in his house. Exactly. That's what I did. So I just they say that. Our head teacher says that. And I just start fucking laughing my ass off. And obviously getting a fair amount of trouble because they think I'm just laughing at the fact that he's going to die. It's like, I was laughing at the tiger thing. Still one of the funniest fucking things ever. I talk about him in my stand-up because Stephen was the same kid who told me that a vasectomy is when they change the tubes around so that when you piss, it's cum. That's him. That's a true story. That came from him.
Are you friends with Stephen still?
No, I think he's probably in jail or some shit. A lot of kids I went to school with are in prison.
He let a tiger out in someone's house. Yeah, that is.
But Zabi
funny.
was a piece of shit. Zabi was a little cunt. He was a fucking horrible person.
Really?
Yeah, but you had to be nice to him because he was, dying, I guess. And I don't know what the condition was.
Good thing is he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is a good thing.
And you don't have to talk good about him. There's a callback to the last episode again.
Well, yeah, but isn't it? We shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
Fuck him.
Yeah, no, fuck him though. Yeah. He was such a prick.
He used
to do the shot put with a tennis ball, and it used to drive us all fucking crazy.
Imagine the bounce on it.
Exactly. It's like this isn't
bounce
fair.
20 meters, mate. This isn't fair.
This is not fair. We're all fucking underdeveloped as well. This is crazy.
We're all technically disabled somewhere. Right? I don't have puberty.
Oh man, I hated that kid.
If anything, this guy's maturing too fast.
Exactly.
And he should be competing in college.
In the Olympics.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
That is let a tiger out. It's the name of the episode. That's pretty much this episode then.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
thanks, folks. Thank you so much. Keep your what's it called? Voice notes and messages.
Oh no, yeah, go
on. That's pretty much about it. You've already found us. You don't have to follow us because you assume you follow us already. Just give the good word to everyone else.
Do you want me to beatbox the way out of this?
Yeah, sure.
Boom, 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 boom.